What y'all on, gang? Snax on Sportz. I'm back with another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with another one, man. You know what I mean? We right in the midst of it, man. You feel me? Right in the midst of the playoffs. You feel me? Back with another mid-series recap of these conference finals, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? For the NBA. Both series are tied up. Forgive me. Both series are 2-1 after 3 games. I guess, well, I'm tripping myself out. I was gonna say, I guess after 3 games, it can only be 2-1 or 1-2 or whatever. But no, I'm lying. It could be 3-0. You know what I mean, or 0-3. So, yeah. But you know what I mean. I don't think I did a live since before the conference finals started. And I wanted to, I just been working. I'm working right now. Y'all finna catch me in the midst of getting some work in. So, I usually be sitting in one spot doing the lives, but I'm finna be bouncing around a little bit. You know what I mean? I got 2 phones, so I got my live phone right here, and I got my work phone right here. You know what I'm saying? I need to handle business on. So forgive me if when I start moving around, if the live start glitching a little bit, or sometimes that should be happening when a motherfucker start moving around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wanted to come and do a live on the Knicks Pacers game 1. You know what I'm saying? A few days ago, but niggas been running around working, so I just decided why not to, since we at the middle, basically the middle of these conference finals. You know what I mean? Middle is either 3 or 4 games played. It's only max 7-game series. So once you get to 3 or 4 games played, either or, that's the middle of the season, right? I mean, middle of the series right there. So we halfway through, roughly. So, and like I said, I ain't gave my recap and nothing like that since the conference finals started. So give my little rundown of my recap, you know what I'm saying? So first I'm gonna go in on this Knicks Pacers series, you know what I'm saying? Series seems to be a little bit more I was gonna say interesting. Interesting might not be the correct word. Maybe exciting is the correct word. You know what I'm saying? This series seemed to be a little bit more. The Knicks Pacers series seemed to have a little bit more spiciness to it. You know what I mean? A little bit more pizzazz. A little bit more. Goody, hi from Scotland. What's going on, all my people out there in Scotland, man? You know what I'm saying? All my people worldwide that's tapping in. Mr. Fro Okie Blast Foe. What's good with it? You feel me? But let me jump on this Pacers-Knicks series first. So Pacers lead. After 3 games, the Pacers lead the Eastern Conference Finals 2-1. The Knicks won the very last game last night, game 3, to get back into the series. Pacers started out 2-0. They won the first 2 games in New York. You know what I'm saying? And So they started so no in the Pacers Knicks series, no home team has won a game. all in all 3 games, the visiting team has won. So game 3 last night, the Knicks pulled the Pacers on the Pacers. I guess it's the Knicks pulling the Knicks on the Pacers too, because they're also known for getting down big and coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that the Pacers seem like they do it a little bit more often, but the Knicks also last series against the defending champion Boston Celtics in Boston were down by 20 points in both games at some point in the second half, and then they were coming back winning. So the Knicks have some resiliency in them as well. But I'm just saying the Knicks pulled the Pacers on the Pacers because this is what the Pacers did to the Knicks in game 1. So in game 1, let me talk about game 1 because I wanted to talk about this. In game 1, the Knicks straight choke job. That's all it is. That's all that was. Straight choke job. Knicks wet the bed. You know what I'm saying? I like to use that phrase. The Knicks straight up wet the bed, man. Ain't nothing else need to be said. They wet the bed, and that's what that is. The Knicks were up. John Parham says Knicks series going 7. Hey, hopefully, because it's the more exciting series out of the 2. So I want it to go as long as possible. But I don't know why I feel like the longer it goes, it favors the Knicks more. But that's just me. But the Knicks, yeah, game 1 straight wet the bed. I mean, wet the bed. You know what I mean? They could easily be up 2-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching Inside the NBA or NBA on TNT last night, and they talking about, Chuck Center talking about that the Pacers blew this game more than the Knicks won it. Kind of paraphrasing, he was kind of like saying that, you know what I mean? Like basically saying the Pacers feel like they let one get away. I'm like, you can say the same thing about the Knicks. The Knicks can also say they felt like they let one get away in game 1. So it's even now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to make it seem like, by saying that, making it seem like the Pacers are far and away the better team, but game 3 last night, they just happened to, let that one slip away or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, the same thing happened in game 1. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks let that one get away. So the Knicks could easily be up 2-1 right now, just like the Pacers are up 2-1. You know what I'm saying? But I generally think that most of the time that these things kind of balance themselves out. And so I feel like both teams won a game that they probably shouldn't have lost, and both teams lost a game that they probably should have won. So it's even. You know what I mean? So those 2 games cancel themselves out. Games 1 and games 3 cancel themselves out. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks lost game 1, but they should have probably won. And the Pacers lost game 3, and they probably should have won. So it's the same. You know what I mean? So you go 1-1 both of those games. And then game 2 was a close game throughout, but the Pacers just ended up being a better team down the stretch. So you gotta I give the Pacers game 2 is like they just outright won that one. Nobody blew it or let the game slip away. The Pacers just they played better, down the stretch, and they won the game. So I do believe that the series is probably where it should be, 2-1, with the Pacers leading. And so, but yeah, that game 1. See, this is the thing with me with game one, because I forget the details because it was 2 games ago now. So it was like almost a week ago now, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the Knicks was up. The Knicks were up by 9 points with like 40-something seconds to go, bro. Like, how do you lose that game? They were up 14 with 2.5 minutes to go. It's damn near impossible to lose that game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was some missed free throws down the stretch by OG Anunoby or whatever his name is, and Cat Williams. And then there was a pass that was bobbled by OG Anunoby that was initially called a foul, but then it got reviewed and it wasn't a foul, and it ended up just being a turnover on the Knicks. That was just an empty possession. Like, everything that had to go wrong for the Knicks in those last 3 minutes for them to lose the game went wrong, and everything that had to go right for the Pacers went right. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there watching, and then Nesmith, I mean, this nigga just started hitting threes from, like, he just, and the thing with that is because, all right, the game was essentially over, right? It wasn't literally over, but being down 14 points with 2 minutes to go, the game was essentially over. So for the the Pacers players, they still playing though. They still playing hard. So yeah, most likely, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna lose this game, but let's keep playing these last 2-3 minutes out and see. You never know. And so that's all that was. So now Nesmith just shooting with there's no pressure, because like I said, in your mind frame, even though they still in the game playing, it's basically over. So you're like, he's just shooting freely. You know what I'm saying? And he hit like 2-3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? And then the lead gets cut by 7 or 8 points or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, like, that was one of those, that game one for the Knicks was one of those games where once it's over, you look up and you, like, as a fan, if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. But at first it's hard to register. You, like, once the game is over and you lost, you kind of like, because that's happened to me before as a fan of a team. Like, you was dominating the game, leading, winning, and then at the end, all of a sudden, you like, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, what just happened? Like, we just had the game won. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So that was one of those. And I mean, I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm rooting for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, these motherfuckers. As the lead is dwindling the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, I'm like, these motherfuckers is gonna blow this shit. Like, they wet in the bed right now. I mean, they just straight choking it down. You feel me? But I'm thinking, all right, they gonna be able to. They still gonna. So they didn't go into overtime. You know what I'm saying? And they end up losing, and I'm like, damn. Because see, the thing about it, bro, in the playoffs, bro, is like, it's not like the regular season, bro. When you got a game one in the playoffs, you got to close the deal, bro. You can't just be leaving it open like that for a team to just, you can't do that, bro, because you don't have games to just throw away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been a win. You know what I mean? So that way now you're 3 wins away from advancing to the next round. You know what I mean? But you blow that one, the other team wins. Now you got to start all over again from game 2 to try to get your first win. It's like you just can't have it. Then game 2 comes and they end up losing game 2. So now I'm like, yeah, They end up losing this series, which it looks like they're on their way. I'm saying after the game 2 loss, you know, they can you'll be able to directly look back at game 1 and say, this is the reason why we lost this game. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Just because one game can change everything. One win can change everything. Who's to say that, you know, I'm saying if it would have, let's say if the Knicks would have lost last night instead of won, you know what I mean? And now they down 0-3. Who's to say if they would have won game 1 that maybe they still lose game 2, but then maybe they come back and win game 3-1. Now they up 2-1 instead of being down 0-3. You know what I'm saying? Game on was crazy. Not gonna lie. LeBron's said, hi, Knicks ain't winning, little bro. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm not a Knicks fan, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that's who I'm rooting for, you know what I mean? But I'm not mad at the Pacers either. I like Halliburton. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, and I'm a Warriors fan. In this particular series, I'm rooting for the Knicks to win the series. If they don't win the series, though, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no problem with Indiana. I like the fact that Tyrese Halliburton is making a name for himself and all that. You feel me? So I'm not tripping off that at all. But so game 2, the Knicks just lost. Game 3 last night. If they lose that game last night, the series is over, bro. The series is over. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody come back from 0-3 deficit. So the fact that and it's just crazy, bro, because the dope thing about it is that they ended up getting down by 20 in that game. They was down by 20, and I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? You had a good season, Knicks, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? And ended up storming back. You feel me? Hold on, let me stop this charger real quick. You know what I'm saying? They ended up storming back. Hold on. Yeah, they ended up storming back, right? Or gradually came back, you know what I'm saying? And ended up taking the lead, and they were able to, you know, keep control of the game for the rest of the way. The Knicks defense in that fourth quarter, I saw the game winner from Tyrese. It went crazy. That was just insane. Yeah. Unreserved. Come on, man. ETA 12. 12 to 12:30. Yeah, man. Yeah, that shot that Halliburton hit in game 1, that the one that everybody thought that was a game winner, but it was actually a game tire. I mean, that's just the thing about it is, bro, is that because what makes it so dope and so great is, for one, the Pacers keep finding themselves in this situation where they're down in a game or down big or down late, and they make a late run and just end up doing something that's improbable, and it ends up happening by somebody making some type of game tying or game winning shot, and most of the time that shot maker is Tyrese Halliburton. what I'm saying? So, like that's what it's like it keeps coming down to these situations, you know what I mean, where it's a last second shot. You know what I'm saying? And they always convert. You feel me? And Halliburton is continuously hitting the clutch shots. You feel me? And I believe that's why I think the series is so dope, is because you got Halliburton versus Jalen Brunson. Those might be the two clutchest players in the league, or two of the, you know, I know Steph Curry is clutch. I know Dame Lillard is clutch. Kevin Durant is clutch. I know there's a lot of players that are clutch, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, as far as like as far as who's left, you know what I'm saying? They're, I mean, shit, Jalen Brunson won the Clutch Player of the Year award this year. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Tyrese Halliburton, he keep proving it over and over again. So, yeah, that was a dope shot right there. But when it went in, and then the way it went in, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, it just keep being like some magical shit going on with the Pacers, because the shit hit the back of the iron, popped up in the air, and then went straight through. And you like, bro, what the fuck? What the fizz up, man? You feel me? So, yeah. Nah, it's a dope series, but the Knicks had to have that game last night, and I'm glad that they won it, you know what I'm saying, because I want the series to continue. And if they would have lost last night, they probably would have got swept. Quad WB says Tyrese versus Jalen is a crazy game. For sure. That was the shot I've seen this season. I probably would have, I mean, for the stakes and you know what I mean, for what's at stake and what you plan for and all that, yeah, I would probably say that, you know what I mean? But I can't remember all of the crazy big shots that were hit this year so far. I know some other big ones, but obviously, you know what I mean, those don't matter now, you know what I'm saying, if those teams ain't playing no more. But yeah, man, the Knicks had to have that, you know what I mean, especially after they went to bed in game one. You know what I mean? To straight choke that motherfucker down. You understand me? I'm like, man, y'all boys ain't y'all boys don't want to win. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys don't take this thing serious. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all gonna have chance after chance after chance. Don't work like that in the playoff. So, but Knicks did what they had to do last night. They got the win. You know what I'm saying? And now, because as I'm watching that game last night, you know what I'm saying, once they took the lead, and Knicks defense was the Knicks defense in the fourth quarter was, boy, if they could play like that for 4 quarters, they'll blow their ass. The Pacers wouldn't win another game. You feel me? Defense that the Knicks played in that fourth quarter was like that one play where Anunoby was guarding it was either Neesmith or Nembhard. I forget which one of them. He was guarding him. He was trying to go around him. He kind of like barely got around, but he didn't get around. And then he was off balance a little bit, but he knew he couldn't do shit else. So he took the shot, and Anunoby just swatted that shit right back in his motherfucking face and started screaming on that nigga and talking shit. I said, damn. That's a motherfucking hawking ass defense right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas need to gumshoe that shit up all the damn time. You feel me? That shit be crazy to me. I be wondering like how teams go on spurts where they'll have a quarter or a half or even a game where they'll just play out of this world. You know what I mean? Defense, offense, or both. But then they don't do it all the time and shit. They just do it sometimes. You feel me? I mean, I know the other team got something to do with that. But damn, you feel me? That defense was insane, Quad. You know what I'm saying? So, but, once I'm like, man, they got to hold on to this. They got to hold on to this, man. They got to get this win because if they don't get this win, you know what I mean, it's over. The series is over. And so, because I was saying to myself, man, if the Knicks could win, this could hold on to. This was late in the game, way late in the fourth quarter when they were still trying to win. You know what I'm saying? I was telling myself, man, if they could hold on to win this game, now in game 4, to me, even though Indiana still has control of the series, it's a little pressure that falls back on Indiana now, though. You feel me? Because it's a fine line between winning and losing. If you win, you up 3-1, and you most likely gonna win the series. If you lose, now it's tied up 2-2, and all that momentum that you built up from winning the first 2 games in New York, that's all gone now. Now it's the best of 3. Now the series is the remainder of the series is a best of 3 games, and New York has home court advantage. Now, the home court advantage obviously ain't like a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Because both these teams seem to play better on the road. You feel me? But still, you know what I mean? Sooner or later, somebody gonna win at home. You feel me? So it's a little bit of pressure that falls back onto the Pacers now. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that, like I said, if they don't win, if you lose game 4, now it's tied up 2-2, and you're going back to New York with 2 out of the last 3 games going to be played in New York at Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? And you got a chance to put a stranglehold on the series at home in game 4 and get a win and go up 3-1. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? If they lose, it don't mean that they can't win the series. I'm not saying that if the Pacers don't win game 4, that all of a sudden it mean they're going to lose the series. But it would be swinging back in the Knicks' favor. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why these series be dope. You know what I'm saying? Because from game to game, the pendulum can go back and forth, and which team. Now, it's pressure on the Knicks too, because they like, shit, we don't want to go down 3-1. But it's pressure on the Pacers too. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that one. You feel me? Dope series. Let's see what happens tomorrow night. Now, let me see. Bread. Red says, what's your opinion of LeBron and his son, my guy? Oh man, all you gotta go to my page. I'm gonna tell you though, go to my you know what I'm saying? Go to my YouTube page and just find my podcast. Go into where you know how to say home, like you know, go to the little section and shit, you know what I'm saying? And find my lives, or either find my lives or find the podcast playlist, you know what I'm saying, where it says Snax on Sports. And I got full episodes on my opinion on that. And also you can go check out my shorts. You know what I'm saying? A few of my most recent shorts, I talk about that. But basically, I think that it's an absolute disgrace what the NBA and the Los Angeles Lakers have allowed for LeBron James to do by bullying his son on the team, basically, you know what I'm saying, when he's not worthy, taking up a roster spot from somebody that really truly is. Bronny James is not an NBA player. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? But it's just no other player in NBA history has had this much like grace and had this much shit done for them throughout their career as much as LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, like if I go down this rabbit hole, man, I won't stop, man. I got so much to say about that. It's just LeBron James. It's just, but yeah, nah, that's my thing. You know what I mean? Is that your son's a bum. You know what I mean? And then when somebody say that your son's a bum, you don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? It's a fucking bum. You know what I'm saying? So it's hypocrisy. It's just a bad look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but look what he doing in the G League. Nigga, it's the G League. You know what I'm saying? It's the G League. If he can't do shit down there, at least. You understand me? I mean, goodness damn gracious. But yeah, man. Yeah, nah. Like that's it's just that's what I think about LeBron James and his son. You know what I'm saying? It's just a joke of a situation. You feel me? Kawhi say I'm back. You feel me? It's just a joke of a situation. You know what I'm saying? And the Los Angeles Lakers need to rid themselves of LeBron James and everything associated with him in the organization. Like once they rid themselves of LeBron and any and everything attached and associated to him that's in the organization, then they'll be able to become the Los Angeles Lakers again. But until they do that, they gonna just be a fucking joke of a franchise and be held hostage by LeBronda. You feel me? So that's what it is, big dog. It ain't really too much to even talk about when it comes to that. But real quick, let me get to the LeBron needs to play longer because he needs to play. You like Austin Reeves? Yeah, Austin Reeves got some game to him. I like Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against Austin Reeves. He's a solid little player. You feel me? Probably it'd be better if LeBron wasn't on the team. You feel me? But yeah, let me jump on the other conference final series right now, and that's OKC, Minnesota. The 3 games have been played. The OKC Thunder. I'm gonna go this way. The OKC Thunder have a 2-1 lead on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. The series started out with essentially two blowout victories for the Thunder. But then in Game 3, the Timberwolves came out and blew them out for real. Wasn't no essentially about it. That was a straight up yeah, this didn't be. That was a straight up blowout. It wasn't nothing to even talk about. Yeah, it didn't be. So, but OKC what can I say about this series? OKC looks to be, at this point, they look like the better team. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens tonight in Game 4. Game 4 is tonight. So, Shai Gilgeous been doing Shai Gilgeous things. The newly crowned league MVP. Happy for that boy. You know what I'm saying? Congrats to Shai Gilgeous on winning his first MVP award. And the first 2 games, him and his team played like it. You know what I'm saying? They played like the best team in the league that they've been for most of the year. Number 1 seed that has the MVP. You feel me? So they've been doing their thing. And then but Game 3, Minnesota came back and they showed, they showed the reason why they're here. You know what I'm saying? In this moment. You feel me? They showed why they made it to the Western Conference Finals, and they responded at home. And I don't remember what the final score was. I just know they blew their ass out. Like, you know what I'm saying? The game was over early. You know what I'm saying? They blew them out. Anthony Edwards was on fire, but one game when they blew them out. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting tonight because we're gonna see this game gonna tell me really. I mean, because I know OKC is really good. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna tell me really how good they is, though. You feel me? Are they able to put a stranglehold on the series? You feel me? Or, will they succumb to the greatness of Anthony Edwards? You know what I mean? And allow the series to be tied up 2-2. You feel me? I just want to see a great game. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever, I just want to see a great game. I do overall feel like OKC is the better team. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like they're overall the better team in that they're probably a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? They probably got a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But and their defense has been top notch as well. You know what I mean? This series. I mean, I think they're the number 1 defense in the league all year, so that's not surprising. That's not surprising at all. But yeah, I just want to see how tonight gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how tonight gonna go. Who gonna do what? Oh damn, I probably should have turned right there. Fuck. The game is going to be epic. For sure. That's why I say the game going to be epic. Alexander Bryant, OKC wins by 10. Okay. Okay, OKC win by 10. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they going up 3-1. Yeah, I said, I mean, they going up 3-1. I like how, I just like how Minnesota responded, you know what I'm saying? And let it be known, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all manhandled us these first 2 games. We ain't going out like that, fam. We ain't finna go out like that, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We finna spank some ass too now. You feel me? So, that was dope to see. And as a fan, that's all you want to see, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to see motherfuckers put up a fight. I mean, it's the conference finals, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's the conference finals. Put up a fight and let a motherfucker know. That's the thing about nowadays is that now every time after every game there's this conversation about each player's legacy and each team's legacy and you know what I'm saying, and all this shit. You feel me? So after the first two games, they talking about, because you know they put Anthony Edwards up on this damn pedestal, and I mean he's earned it to a certain degree. He has earned it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely has earned it. I that boy, he really himothy. You understand me? You feel me? Only thing I'm saying with that is that, let's say they end up getting swept, like the way the series is going, or let's say they lose in 5 and the series ain't really competitive like that. You know what I mean? His it's not about necessarily his legacy and nothing like that, because he's still a very young player. So it's too early to be talking about letting, even though he's paving his pathway right now, and he's already off to a great start with it. But he would have took a little bit of a hit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's good to see them. It's good to see that Minnesota played the way they played and bounced back and was emphatic in it. You know what I'm saying? In the way they won, and Anthony Edwards balled out, showed himself to be the superstar that he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just saying, if you lose the series, if Minnesota loses the series, but Anthony Edwards plays like Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? He don't take a hit like that. You know what I mean? You still say, okay, you lost, and you know what I mean? But it's not like, you start looking at it, are we giving him too much too soon as far as, recognition or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think we are, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we are. Games like Game 3 show that we, you know what I'm saying, he's earned exactly everything that he's gotten. You feel me? Let me see. Never seen Minnesota shoot like that. Alexander Bryant say, Dr. Nider Kirstein. What's going on with you, big dog? Quad say, what's my score prediction? What's my score prediction for tonight? Wolves Thunder, you asking? I'm gonna say Game 4 in Minnesota. I'm gonna say Minnesota wins. I'm gonna say Minnesota wins tonight. Ties up the series 2-2. Doesn't mean they're gonna win the series, but I'm gonna say that they're gonna tie it up. I may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say that they're gonna tie it up. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be a final score of 114-107. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it's going to be a final score of Minnesota 114, OKC 107. And so I'm gonna say after 4 games, the series is gonna be tied up. You feel me? What's the favorite football team? Oh, my favorite football team is the Niners. Bay Area born and bred, man. You know, we rep the local team, man. It's not a gang, bang, bang all day long. You feel me? It's Niner gang and don't bang on a damn thing. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Better believe that. Better believe that. You feel me? Alexander Bryant say I'm wrong about tonight. Okay. Hey, I'm cool with being wrong. I'm not even tripping. Do you feel me? I'm cool with it. But yeah, I was hearing some people start to say that, like Anthony Edwards, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like your little legacy finna take a hit if you go out like this, big dog. You can't go out like this now. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm on my way to my little, one of my little jobs, you know what I'm saying, pick up a route. And Alexander Bryant said, that's my team too, y'all. For sure, man. You know it's gang shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gang shit. Bang, bang, Niner gang. You feel me? But nah, that's all it was, man. I just wanted to come on here and give my little spiel on the conference finals so far. I think both series is dope. Although I think the Knicks and the Pacers series is more exciting, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And yeah. Smoking this weed, I had the police behind me. I just had to shake it real quick. You understand me? You know, we solid out here in Cali. Weed is legal, but it's still illegal to smoke and drive. Which is something I do all the damn time. But yeah, though, I'm finna do another live later. I'm finna come on here and talk about Michael Jordan's former agent or his longtime agent, David Falk, and the comments that he made on LeBron James versus Jordan, or the GOAT debate, and where he ranks LeBron and all that. You feel me? Cotton Mills said, "Bro, do you rap a bit?" I rap a lot. Shout out to Jay Prince. You feel me? I rap a lot. I just haven't been active the past few years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna get back to that too. But I grew up playing basketball too, though. I played a little football too, but mainly basketball. So I grew up an athlete. So music and sports always been my two. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of like typical black guy shit, but it's true for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I rap, produce, engineer, all that. You know what I'm saying? Go throughout my YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? All my music is right there. But fucking yeah, though. But I always wanted to do a sports podcast. You know what I'm saying? So when I come on here and I'm doing when I'm doing my podcast, my sports, I never bring up the fact that I'm music and all that because I ain't got nothing to do with that. Them two separate things. It's the same, but it's two separate. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to overlap them. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Other than that, Alexander Bryant said, "What's stopping me? What's stopping me from what? Continuing on rap, man. Look, ain't nothing stopping me. I've been stopping myself, but you feel me? I had a long run, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the time I put out my first album, I'm a little older, you know what I'm saying, than what I look. You know what I'm saying? So, I put out my first album in 2003. I was young, but you know what I'm saying? So I'm 42 years old. So I put out my first album when I was 21 in 2003. Or actually I was 20 years old when I put it out and I turned 21. But so I was actually 20 years old so I had a 20-year run, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Yeah. 42. I'm 42, bro. I'm 42 years old. You know what I'm saying? 80s baby. You feel me? I'm still a millennial. I'm just on the earlier side of the millennials, early 80s. You feel me? But I just say this to bring it home. Me and Lil Wayne is the same age. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lil Wayne is the same age. I'm the same age as Lil Wayne. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? I got a 21-year-old daughter that's getting ready to graduate from San Francisco State next year. She a junior in college. You feel me? So yeah, I'm a vet at this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would say from 2001 until 2021, I went on a 20-year run in music where I was, you know what I mean, just active, just doing hella shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to just life started happening a little bit. You know what I mean? I had to start taking care of some shit. But I'm ready to get back to it now. I'm finna go on another 20-year run. You know what I'm saying? I just been having to take care of some shit the last few years. I had my first son. I had 2 daughters already, but you know what I'm saying? I was preparing for my son to come in 2022, and then some other shit started happening. I got into some, it was just some other shit, you know what I mean? But the thing about it is, guess what? Everything I've been going through the past 2 or 3 years, I'm finna talk about it on my next album. You feel me? I'm finna put it all in music, but I don't want to talk about too much shit. I don't want to talk about that too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got nothing to do with Snax on Sports, you feel me? I'll address all that in music or on another episode or whatever, you feel me? But, bro, I know, bro, I never people will never think that I'm my age, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's been happening since. That's been happening, man. When I was 16, they thought I was 13. When I was 21, they thought I was 15. 16. You know what I'm saying? When I was 25, they thought I was 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? When I was 30, they thought I was 20. When I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been getting that my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm 42, bruh. Big 42, man. 80s baby, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm finna be 43 this year in August. You know what I'm saying? August 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be 43. So I often, man, I often be kind of like, think about it. I be surprised myself because I still feel like that should be wild, bro. Because I feel like once you hit 25, and I hear this from other people, but other people too. But I know for me, it seems like once I hit 25, it seemed like after that, the years just started like, or like, you know what I'm saying? And they say that like when that's why like when you young, when you a kid and you growing up, that's why it seems like everything takes so long. You know what I'm saying? But then the older you get, if you notice, or if anybody in it, like, you know, the older you get, the faster time feels like it starts to go by. You know what I'm saying? That's because you getting, you know what I'm saying? You're getting closer to the end type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they call that too. But yeah, the years just start going by, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you don't feel like at 42, I don't feel a whole bunch different than I like as far as like, all right, I know at 42, I'm definitely like much more mature than I was at 25. I'm more of a man, a real man, you know what I'm saying? More responsible, all that. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, just overall, there ain't really no big difference, you know what I'm saying? And how I feel now. I will say this, 42 verse 25, like I still feel good. I'm still in good shape like that, but I can start to feel like sometimes my little morning workouts when I do push-ups and like certain things, it's starting to take a little bit more effort now. You know what I'm saying? To you know what I mean? Like I'm still kind of like bouncy, but I gotta like, you know what I mean? I gotta warm up more first now and stretch more and kind of get my limbs a little, because 40 is still young, bro. Like that's the one thing that we, you know what I'm saying? When we in our teens and our 20s, we look at 40 and all that, you know what I'm saying? And 50, we look at that shit as, oh, that's not, it's really not. It's not old. At this point, this is really the time. This is really, once you kind of get to your 30s, 40s, that's really when the good part of your life is supposed to start. Because now you done got to the point to where you just now old enough to have, you still young, but you're old enough to, you're not young like a youth, but you young as far as like being an adult still, to where you still young, but you old enough to have lived enough to have figured things out by now. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? You know, if motherfuckers understand what I'm saying. But this is really when the good part starts. You know what I'm saying? This is really when the good part starts. You know what I mean? So yeah. And it's really because you kind of, like I said, you got things figured out now. So even if a situation happened or you kind of end up in a little situation or whatever, you done been through enough situations and enough things in life to where you know, all right, this I know what I got to do to get up out of this. It may be hard, it may take some effort or some work or whatever, but you feel me? I know what I got to do to kind of like get up out of this. So you feel me? Yeah. But that's basically it, bro. I wanted to come on here and just get my little spiel. I'm over here by the job now. I got to go up in here and get this route so I can start delivering. But you feel me? I'm gonna get back up with y'all, man. Later on, you did. Once I Once I come back on this live and talk about come on, bro. And talk about this Michael Jordan, David Falk, LeBron James, Rich Paul situation. So I'll be back. We'll see what happened tonight. You feel me? OKC, Minnesota. All right, Brad, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with your boy later. All right, gone. Snax on Sportz. I'll be back with